Hello and welcome to my second LTI integration video. So I'm going to start doing LTI 1.3 and I will use this same thing. One of these days in Sky 21 there's going to be a really slick shortcut, so you'll actually get a different experience for a 1.1 and a 1.3 tool, but we'll wait until 21 for that. So now we have the same screen, but we got to find our way through. So I'm going to install it as a store. LTI 1.1 store for the video, LTI 1.3 store for the video. I am going to choose a store URL, and I am not going to set a key, just leave these blank. I'm going to give access to all the services and data. I'm going to indicate that it is a deep link launch and let it be shown from lessons or the rich text editor. And then I'm going to go here. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to start building an access key. So for LTI 1.3, for LTI 1.1 there's only a key, but for 1.3 there is an issuer and a key has an issuer. So if we look at the issuers, I'm going to make a new one. The fact that there's already somebody's made one, it doesn't matter. These issuer GUIDs, they keep track of which one is which, and you can make more than one of them. So I'm going to make a new issuer, and you have to copy all these values across, and if you look in Sakai, they got all these values. Or you can automatically say, oh, I know I'm talking to Sakai 21, and I'm going to grab this configuration URL, and I'm going to put it in this magic little configuration URL place. And I do not want to change the title. I do want to set it up as deep linking, and I think it's copied all that stuff for me, and it's marked it as an LTI 1.3 tool, and I just say save. And now I need to grab a copy of the values that are here that this tool would like to have. I could type them all in, or I could say just grab the configuration from Sakai, and now they're all filled in, and I can save this. And so now I got this new one. I'm going to add a new column here in Sugi that shows you the title so that we can keep these things. So now, but to keep yourself from going crazy, you want to grab this value that's the one that you just created. And then we have to make a tenant key, so you've only half done it. So I'm going to insert a key, and I'm going to leave the OAuth consumer key blank. The deployment ID is 1 from Sakai, it's always 1. And we are going to pick the issuer, which is A0F. Let's make sure. A0F, yeah, that's the one I did. These don't matter. You could set this user ID to 1, but we're admin, so we don't care. So we just made this key ID 36. That was our LTI 1.1 key. That's separate. This is our key ID 36. So at this point on the Tsugi side, we've made an issuer, we made a key for that issuer. And now on the Sakai side, we're going to say done. And now we have, in addition to our 1.1 vid store, our 1.3 vid store. So let's go into our happy little thing. And let's go into lessons. Oh, we're already in lessons. And let's go ahead and add a learning application. And we're going to pick our 1.3 vid store. And we're going to install Trophy. Now here you want to say Trophy 1.3 vid so that we know which one it is. We can now configure a line item if we want. And we can make the maximum score be 42. These tags and available dates, the available dates only work for assignments, and the tags, the tools can use them. I'm just going to leave them blank, but I can set the maximum score. And now we send all that back to Sakai. And blinkety, blinkety, blinkety if we don't have Trophy 1.3 vid. One thing you'll notice if you look in the gradebook is that line item thing, it's right there, and the total is 42. So this is one of the nice things about the code for 1.3, which is going to make a lot of people want to do it, is there's a lot more control you have. This is just the beginning of the amount of control that we have. So let's swing over to our student, Hiroki, and go to Trophy 1.3 vid, and then proceed with the LTI 1.3 launch. Now I should be able to go into the gradebook. And so what happened there is it sent a grade of 95%. But it was sending that grade of 9.95 out of 1.0, but then because it knows that this is smart, tools can either know what this 42 number is and send a score out of 42, or they can just send a score out of 1. So each of the scores that gets sent, like in this one, it's not going to do anything new. Each of the scores that gets sent is sending like 95 out of 100 or 0.95 out of 1. And then it gets rescaled based on whatever this max value is. And that's a nice feature. So let's go ahead in here and let's now go over to being a teacher again. Let's test to make sure that we can add a shopping cart, LTI 1.3 shopping cart, and we'll go to this store. We're going to put trophy in, and I think it's going to ignore the line item here. We'll send a line item anyways, because we'll send a max score of 123. It will teach us something. Oh, this is named trophy, which is going to be a problem. Oh, no, it's not, because we got all these named well. And so, oh, no. Oh, it did. So there's trophy 123. It's scored. Let's see what happens when we run as student. Let's see if we got a grade. No grade flowed. So that's a bug. That's a bug. I got to fix it. So I think the problem here is I don't want grades to flow from this kind of a launch that's inside of a rich text editor. But the line item went ahead and created the line item. And that's okay, but grades are not supposed to flow from this kind of a launch. The line item is a separate thing. And so if I was to fix something here, I would fix it so it didn't even make the line item if it was coming back into a rich text editor. So let me think that over, but this was really more about getting all the configuration right. And then we'll do separate videos when we start looking at all the different flows. Cheers.